good day to you. That's depending where you are in the world. We're here live in London. We're doing a nighttime devotion. The devotional is called Conflict and Courage. The title today, Obstacles, a Test of Faith. Zechariah 4 verse 10. For who have despised the day of small things? In rebuilding the house of the Lord, Zerubbabel had laboured in the face of manifold difficulties. From the beginning, adversaries had weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building, and made them cease by force and power. But the Lord had interposed in behalf of the builders, and now he spoke through his prophet Zerubbabel, thou shalt become a plain. Through his prophet Zerubbabel, saying, who art thou, O great mountain? Before Zerubbabel thou shalt become a plain. Throughout the history of God's people, great mountains of difficulty, apparently insurmountable, have loomed up before those who are trying to carry out the purposes of heaven. Such obstacles are permitted by the Lord as a test of faith. When we're hedged about on every side, this is the time above all others to trust in God and in the power of His Spirit. The exercise of a living faith means an increase of spiritual faith and the development of an unfaltering trust. It is thus that the soul becomes a conquering power. Before the demand of faith, the obstacles placed by Satan across the pathway of us, the Christian, will disappear. For the powers of heaven will come to our aid. Nothing shall be impossible unto you. The way of the world is to begin with pomp and boasting. God's way is to make the day of small things the beginning of the glorious triumph of truth and righteousness. Sometimes He trains His workers by bringing to them disappointment and apparent failure. It's His purpose that they shall learn to master difficulties. Often men are tempted to falter before the perplexities and obstacles that confront them. But if they will hold the beginning of their confidence steadfast unto the end, God will make the way clear. Before the intrepid spirit and unwavering faith of a Zerubbabel, great mountains of difficulty will become a plain, and he whose hands have laid the foundation, even his hands shall also finish it. I like that. I do like that. For who have despised the day of great things, obstacles, a test of faith. If you're going to follow the path God's laid out for you, it's not going to be easy. It's never easy. And God allows obstacles to be placed in the way. And the devil will always put obstacles in the way. At some points, it will seem really easy. And sometimes, you think, this is no problem. But you see, ease would also bring complacency. And complacency makes you unprepared. And to be unprepared would make you weak. Such obstacles are permitted by the Lord as a test of faith. He will allow it to test your faith. to test your perseverance. So the exercise of a living faith means an increase of spiritual strength. And also it develops your unfaltering trust, means you trust God no matter what. And again, we can refer back to Job. Job went all through all kinds of tests and trials, losing his family, losing his business, losing this, losing that, becoming sick. And yet his faith remained strong. His friends said, you're a sin, there must be a sin you're doing, must be something you're doing to cause all this, cause all that. And he knew he hadn't done anything, but it was a fact that because he was remaining true and faithful with God, other things were happening to him to falter his faith, and yet he stayed true. And God rewarded him when he came through all these. And it's not that God tested him, it's that God allowed it to happen. We can't expect to reach the kingdom without tests and trials. And God's not going to stop them happening, because whatever God brings you to or allows you to go through, he will bring you through it. He will. He will give you the strength to come through it, but you have to confront that. You have to confront the test or the trial. You have to confront it. You have to take that step in complete faith to go through. Often we are tempted to falter before the perplexities and obstacles that confront us. But if we hold our confidence and steadfast in God, the way will become clear. But it's not clear to start with. It's not clear in the middle. We have to go through it. He whose hands laid the foundation of this world, he whose hands created us, those hands will also see us through to the end and make sure we persevere. But we have to do it. We have to do it first. We have to put ourselves into that situation or pray about it. And God might take us around, take us through, over, under, whichever way it works. We have to be willing to take that step in whichever direction God instructs us to go. It ain't easy. It is not easy. But it's worth it.